Sweet Addictions, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to choose the right dishware for your candy buffet at your wedding or special event. This is really important because a lot of people like to choose really beautiful dishes, but they aren't actually very practical when you go to put them out for people on your tables. The other part of that is a lot of the times that people look at the beautiful photos online about with the long cylindrical apothecary dishes, what they don't realize is a lot of those are just set up for straight photo shoots, and they're not actually real candy buffets that people have used at their weddings. So what I'm going to show you is a little bit about how to choose the best dishes so that your guests can actually get to the candy. So first off, the apothecary dish, as I mentioned. Here's an example of one, and I filled it with gumballs. So it's actually a pretty good dish, even though it has a fairly narrow opening, because if there's something inside that's not too big, you can easily get to it. And I'll just give you a quick example. Here's my scoop. No problem. We can get those out. And it's not too deep. So if it was very narrow and deep, you can't get your hand down to the bottom. When you're having a candy buffet, I always recommend that you put somebody as a point, assign somebody as a point person to refill the containers, because you just can't keep them full and keep the candy accessible. So here's another dish. It's a vase style dish, and you can see that this is going to pose a little bit of problems depending on the type of candy. Not very far in, you're going to have to stick your whole hand in, and if it drops down past about halfway, your whole arm in. And nobody wants their guests to have to stick their arm into a sticky jar trying to get candy out. Here's another example, and this one is a great example. You can put a million things in here, and you can see this is a like large martini glass. You can put a million different kinds of candy in here, and no matter what kind of scoop you use, whether you're using a scoop or tongs, it's easily accessible, and nobody has to stick their hand all the way down into a jar. And here's my last one that I wanted to show you. Another great tall jar, wide rim, so you can get lots of different types of candy inside. One other great tip is to fill the jar up, say halfway with sugar, and then that keeps the candy at the top. So you don't have to worry about people getting down too far and having to put their arms in the jar. So that's today's episode of how to pick dishware for your candy buffet. Thanks.